Hey guys, how you doing? Here with another review, and today I'm going to review the San Diego Comic-Con 2021 Lord of the Rings two-pack set that has Frodo and Gollum. So Diamond Select started this line. So far, they only have one wave out, and that's going to be Gimli and Legolas that I reviewed in one of my previous videos. And then I saw they were going to release this two-pack on for San Diego Comic-Con, so I had to jump at it. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I'm currently, actually today, a few hours ago, I just finished Return of the King, the extended version. My wife and I were watching all three extended version cuts because they're just amazing, and it's an amazing film franchise. So anything Diamond Select makes of Lord of the Rings, I'm going to buy. I know a lot of people had a lot of complaints about the first wave. I think they're awesome, with some gripes with lack of articulation, but I see some improvement with Diamond Select here on this San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pack. So hopefully, as the line goes forth, they'll fix a lot of the things from wave one. But let's get into this review. Now, one of the cool things is the packaging here. The packaging is the Lord of the Rings book. Let me move these guys first. The Lord of the Rings book here, right? So it's just, it looks cool. Could sit on your shelf if you like to keep packaging. I really don't, but of course I'm gonna keep this one because they put a lot of work into it. You open it up like a book, your fingers are there. You could see kind of a picture of Mordor there. Yeah, it is a really, really cool packaging. Of course, you could tie it up here. And they put a lot of work into it, and I appreciate it. Now, again, I'm not a packaging type of guy. I usually throw away packaging, especially if they're like Marvel Legends or something like that. But honestly, recently, I've been trying to keep some things like some of the NECA Turtles or anything. But I wish it had like Lord of the Rings here by J.R.R. Tolkien there. But other than that, I guess they could have put a little more detail into it. But it does have the front here, right? So let's get into the figures. So let's start with Gollum. Now, Gollum's a really cool figure, man. I pre-ordered him in the single release, but it kind of looks like the same figure, at least, because the single release hasn't come out yet. I think the single release does come with like a little stone wall or brick wall or side of a mountain or something like that. But I may still get that one. I don't know. It kind of looks like the same figure, but let's look at the details on this guy. Pretty cool sculpted face, as you can see. His head could move all around. It can move this much up, actually not that much up at all, and this much down. Of course, his arms could move all around. It can move up. He has single jointed elbows, and of course his hands, he can move all around. His torso is on a ball joint, so he could move pretty much anywhere. No ab crunch throw. His legs, he can move this much out. His legs can move that much up. And of course, single jointed knees, but they kind of bend as much as you need them to. So let's take a look. And of course, I like my Gollums in like I like Gollum in like a good squat, right? Because he's kind of like a animal-like, like animalistic. So something like this. I wish he had a little more articulation so he could get in like better squats and better poses, but it does the job here. Go look at the ring like that, right? So I like the detail on it. He has like little scuff marks and some, dirt on his knees and things like that. His feet could look a little uglier. They're looking a little too good right now. Yeah, it's a great figure. Now, I love the detail on the back. If you could see the back, you could see his like spinal cord, right? And you could see like some lashes or lacerations here on his back when he got tortured and stuff, man. He does come with an extra head. The extra head looks like this. I don't know. The extra head kind of makes me laugh. It looks like that meme with that monkey or whatever where he's like kind of side-eyeing. So I think I'm just going to keep this head on there for now, like that. He comes with cool accessories, man. This is one of my favorite ones. A hand with the actual ring in it. See if you could zoom in a little more here. Yeah, that's just awesome. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna pose him in my Ditolf, like looking at the ring. Let me see if I can get it in a good pose, like this or something like that. Oops. There you go, something like that, looking at the ring. Okay, he does come with more accessories. He comes with another hand open faced hand and a closed hand that you can fit a fish in there. Really cool that Diamond Select added these accessories here, so you could have him hold a little fish like that. Okay. He also comes with, I'm just gonna lay him down right now, his little raft, right? Which comes with awesome detail. Look at the tie downs and the bones and the color. A really cool little raft that actually floats in water. So, you know, Diamond Select did a really good job with the accessories on this figure, especially because the accessories on the first wave, remember the Legolas and Gimli, were not that great, at least in my eyes, but I still love the figures here. So let's move on to Frodo. Frodo is, of course, a translucent figure, which means it's a little more brittle plastic if you're familiar with these kinds of figures and this kind of plastic. I know some people dig this, some people don't. I've had ambivalent feelings about it, but this is a cool figure here. Of course, I don't want to, you know, break him or anything. Not that he's that fragile, but let's look at the articulation. Frodo, you could move his head all around. He could not look up at all because of his little mullet hair. He could look down that much. He could move his arm all around, single jointed elbows. Of course, he can move his hands. I don't think he has any ball joint or ab crunch. It's just a sculpted torso and that's it. He can move his legs out, not that much, and single jointed knees, which are kind of hard to bend, you know, because the plastic's a little harder, a little more brittle. But he does have ankle rockers here on his little hobbit feet, right? And you could even see the little hair on his feet, right? So they paid attention to detail. I have the actual Frodo figure already pre-ordered here. Now Sting is pretty cool. The sword is awesome. Okay, that's one of my favorite parts of this 2-pack. You can see the detail here. Just awesome, man. This is so cool. Let's put it in his hand. And boom. You got Frodo wearing the ring, being all invisible. Really cool series of figures. I hope Diamond Select picks up their game a little more, especially after wave 1. But let's see some size comparisons here. Let me stand Gollum up with the ring he has. And I'm just really gonna compare him to the figures we already got from the wave and maybe some standard Marvel Legend figures here. So here's Gimli. Gimli, of course, always a fan favorite. My favorite in the film franchise. And I think what Diamond Select does well here is the scale. You know, I don't think a lot of toy lines actually think about, well, I know they think about scale, but they don't really care about scale as much as some other ones. But the scale here is really, really good. You know, Gimli is supposed to be taller than, of course, Frodo. And I think they do a good job of conveying that, right? And let's look at Legolas here. Of course, he's going to be the tallest. Okay, and that's because his legs aren't straightened out, but yeah, that's a good size. I mean, maybe Legolas could be a little taller. Let me see if I can fix his legs a little bit here. But that just looks cool. So I can't wait to get Gandalf, Aragorn. I think we got a couple of orcs coming and some Urukai orcs coming too. So, man, this looks so cool, man. I have my Ditolf back there. I'm going to display them all. when all the wave comes out. Okay, let's look at them next to typical Marvel Legends figures. I have the Miss Marvel from the 3-pack. So that's typical 6'8" Legends, and she would be taller than them. So it's perfect sizing. I like these figures, man. A lot of people, I don't know. I thought these would sell more than what they did. I don't know if people don't like Lord of the Rings. I don't know if they think the toys aren't up to par for their, what they want. But to me, man, I'm going to buy this whole wave. I'm going to buy whatever they put out because I think as the ball gets going, they're going to make better products, make better accessories, and things like that. And these are just updated versions of stuff I wanted growing up, man. And they're really cool. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.